Hey guys, welcome back to the Truth Pages. It's your boy TTP, back with another video for you guys. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe, hit the bell so you get your notifications anytime I drop a new video. Make sure to comment on this video, share this video, like this video. Oh boy, let's talk about it. Now, those of you that are familiar with this channel, you guys know that I did a very full, in-depth video on the whole Smith family. I talked about Jaden, I talked about Willow, I talked about Jada, and of course, I talked about Will Smith, and in some instances, I talked about Trey. If you have not been able to get a chance to watch that video, I will leave it linked in the description box, as well as my pinned comment below. Now, this whole situation that's going on right now, if you don't know, Jada Pinkett allegedly had an affair with Alsina, who is a young artist that she was working with. I understand that he had a little bit of a drug problem. He was an addict at one point. He was very sick, and he was also friends with Jaden. And I guess Jada Pinkett was supposed to be like some sort of parental figure, like a mother kind of thing. Either way, they ended up having a sexual relationship, and Alsina spoke about it in an interview that he did with Angela Yee of The Breakfast Club. And he basically talked about, you know, what happened. And for a little while, Jada Pinkett and Will Smith, they deflected from the situation. They didn't say much about it. And now here we are. They have a 12-minute segment on Red Table Talk. And I have a few problems with this video, okay? We're going to get into all that. I'm going to break this video down piece by piece. And I'm just going to really give my full-on opinion. I'm not about to hold nothing back. I'm not about to be nice. I'm about to just tell you what I think about these two individuals. Let's go ahead and let's jump right in. Now, I'm not going to sit here and claim to be a body language analyst, because I'm not, okay? But from the energy that these two are exchanging, I can definitely tell that there is some pain from both sides. So let's just analyze it.
From there, you know, you and I were going through a very difficult time.
Yeah.
And we decided...
I was done with your ass.
Yeah, you kicked me to the curb.
I was done with you.
Yeah.
Marriages have that, though.
Yeah,
Marriages have that.
Yeah, we basically, we broke up.
We decided that we were going to separate for a period of time, and you go figure out how to make yourself happy, and I'll figure out how to make myself happy.
Well, at that particular point in time, it was indefinite.
Yeah, I really felt like we could be over.
Did y'all hear the passion in his voice when he said, "I was done with your ass"? I felt like we could really be over. In my last Will Smith video, I showed you guys a clip on his IG Live. And I think that this IG Live video that I'm about to show you was around the time that they were having this little issue in their marriage. Let's take a look.
Me and Jada was reflecting about love. And I asked her, I said, what did she think was, you know, one of the biggest revelations that she had about love? She said that you cannot make a person happy. And I thought that was a real deep idea. You can make a person smile, you can make a person feel good, you can make a person laugh, but whether or not a person is happy is deeply and totally and utterly out of your control. I remember the day I retired. I literally said to Jada, that's it. I retire. I retire from trying to make you happy. I need you to go make yourself happy and just prove to me that it's even possible. And after we cracked the hell up, we started talking about, we came into this false romantic concept that somehow when we got married that we would become one. And what we realized is that we were two completely separate people on two completely separate individual journeys, and that we were choosing to walk our separate journeys together. But her happiness was her responsibility, and my happiness was my responsibility. And we decided that we were going to find our individual internal, private, separate joy. And then we were going to present ourselves to the relationship and to each other already happy, not coming to each other begging with our empty cups out, demanding that she fill my cup and demanding that she meet my needs. It's unfair, and it's kind of unrealistic and can be destructive to place the responsibility for your happiness on anybody other than yourself.
Now, I do believe that this video was released by Will Smith, like I said, around the time that they were having their issues. He was doing him, she was doing her. Now, looking at this video and the Red Table Talk video, you can tell that the love that was there is no longer there. And the thing about Will Smith is he's not going to divorce Jada Pinkett because they have too much of a brand together. This is about protecting his brand. And we're going to get into that too, because in the video, you know, he put all the blame on Jada Pinkett Smith. It was her fault. She did this, she did that. Well, Mr. Will Smith, there's a lot of skeletons in your closet. And we're going to talk about that. But I just wanted to show you this video so you can contrast it with the Red Table Talk segment, just so you can see how loveless this marriage is. Let's continue.
Yeah.
And we decided.
I was done with your ass.
Yeah, you kicked me to the curb.
I was done with you.
Yeah.
Marriages have that, though. Marriages have that.
Yeah, we basically separated amicably.
Yeah.
And I think he also wanted to make it clear that he's not a homewrecker, which he's not.
I think so. I mean, because this is your red table, and you like brought yourself to the red table. I think you need to say clearly what happened.
Now, as far as I'm concerned, I personally think that Will Smith probably got in touch with his lawyers and they had time to sit down and to orchestrate how to go about doing this interview. So Jada Pinkett Smith is looked at as the unfaithful bad person, even though Will Smith, I'm sure he's done some things too in his past in the bedroom. I'm sure he's had plenty of affairs outside of his marriage with men and women, and we're going to talk about that as well. But it's just the fact that he is deflecting so much. Oh, this is your Red Table Talk, so you need to tell us what really went on. Will Smith can put all that pressure on her, but I guarantee you he wouldn't be as willing to share his sexual exploits outside the bedroom. Let's continue.
As far as what?
You and I decided we were going to take our space, and what happened?
Yeah, and then I got into an entanglement with August. That's what I said.
An entanglement?
Yes. Yes.
A relationship?
Yes, it was a relationship. Absolutely.
Entanglement. Very interesting choice of words, Miss Jada Pinkett. Now, you can tell in this particular part of the segment, Will Smith is somehow affected by hearing her say this about August. You can definitely see that there's some hurt there in his eyes. But like I said, it's so easy to, you know, make her look bad and say that she's a terrible wife and all this other stuff. But like I said, if the tables were turned and he was being interviewed, he'd be trying to duck and dodge every possible way that he can. And the only reason that he forced her, I believe he forced her to do this segment, is to protect his brand. Yeah, she'll take the fall, she'll take the hit. Her brand is not as big as his brand. And since it's about protecting his brand, he put her on the receiving end of the BS. Meanwhile, he gets to walk away with a squeaky clean image. I'm not buying that. Will Smith, I know you got skeletons in your closet, bruh. A lot of the world may not know about your bisexuality, but it's only a matter of time until you get exposed by one of your lovers. Let's continue.
I was in a lot of pain, and I was very broken. Now, in the process of that relationship, I definitely realized that you can't find happiness outside of yourself.
Now, that's pretty interesting. She's literally saying the same thing he said in that video when he was talking about, I retire from making you happy. He said that you can't find happiness outside of yourself. You see what I mean? He's pulling the strings in this interview, so it can be deflected from his BS and be focused on her. He only did this to protect his brand. He does not care about this woman. Let's continue.
during that time launched into an interaction with August. What do you feel like you were looking for?
I just wanted to feel good. It had been so long since I felt good.
Now, this is another part of the segment where I think Will was definitely being hurt. She's literally saying that I stopped messing with you because you don't know how to make me feel good. So I had to get it from somewhere else. That's basically what she's saying to him. And you can see the hurt in his eyes. You can see the pain. But like I said, I'm sure he's done some things too. And maybe the tears are just a way of him deflecting, acting like he's the perfect husband. He was the perfect husband to Jada Pinkett Smith, when that's obviously not the case. And we're going to get into that too. Let's continue.
I'm with you at the press conference. I'm the husband. Now I got to be with you at the press conference while you tell the world about your transgressions.
Once again, you can hear that fire in his voice. And he's like, talk about your transgressions. The dude is obviously hurt by this. And, you know, you see him in an interview laughing a lot and making jokes, but you can feel the energy that is coming from both of these individuals. And I definitely don't see love there. I really don't. It's just a partnership. That's all it is. It's all about money. It's all about Will Smith's brand. This is not a marriage. Why be with someone for so long if you're not happy? I'm sure there were warning signs. But then again, like I said, Will Smith is not going to divorce her. He has too clean of a family image that could be jeopardized if he were to divorce her. And not to mention, it'd be very, very costly to have a divorce. So I see why they're still doing their best to try to hold it together, but the love is definitely not there. Let's move on.
This whole process between you and I is that we have really gotten to that new place of unconditional love.
Because I wasn't sure I was ever going to speak to you again.
I know.
Yeah.
Once again, there he is, speaking with that fire, telling her I wasn't know if I was ever going to speak to you again. He is deflecting onto her. The cookie cutter image of him being the perfect husband is a lie. It's an illusion. He's an actor. Both of them are. He is an actor. She is an actress. So it's easy for them to be able to manipulate your emotions because they do this for a living. I mean, at least he does it for a living. But it's just obvious that, like he said, hey, I was almost not sure if I was going to ever talk to you again. That speaks volumes. That's very, very telling. If you're married to someone and you say something like that, there is no love there. Maybe there was initially in the beginning, but they're both going their separate ways and doing what they want to do at the end of the day. But they're still married. And just the fact that Will Smith needs to constantly tell us over and over again how he was going to leave her, I mean, what more information do you guys really need to understand what's going on here? These people are not in love. It's a partnership. It's about money. It's about a brand. It's about image. And if Will Smith, if anyone ever does come out and air him out, it's going to definitely hurt his brand. And that's why this whole thing was just a deflection tactic, focusing on Jada Pinkett and steering the suspicion away from him. Let's continue.
Go through this no more.
Yeah, no, I don't either.
Yeah. I'm going to get you back first. And then
You gonna get me back? I think you got me back. I think we're good on that, okay?
Now that comment right there also speaks volumes. He said, I'm going to get you back. And she's like, oh, you're going to get me back? I think you've got me back enough. I think we're good on that. So she's hinting at him having affairs outside of their marriage. So no, he is not no cookie cutter perfect image of a husband.
I'm gonna get you
Bro
back
has skeletons.
first, and
I've watched a
You'll
lot
get
of
me
their
back.
different
I think you
videos,
got
the way they
me.
interact, the way they talk about
I
each
think
other.
you-
There are definitely a lot of
we're
things
good
he
on that,
does
okay?
behind the scenes. And if people knew that, they probably wouldn't even want to support him as much anymore because he's got skeletons. And this is pretty much the whole segment on Table Talk. I just want to show you guys one more part that I thought was very, very interesting. I'm going to point it out, and we're going to continue on the video. I'm going to talk about Will Smith and his bisexuality. I'm going to talk about Jada Pinkett and her sex addiction. We're going to get into all that. But I wanted to cover the Red Table Talk. So let's look at that last segment real quick.
We ride together.
we die together.
Bad marriage for life.
okay, when I saw that, I did not like that. Okay? You guys say bad marriage for life, and you guys do a fist bump, and then you laugh about it. Think about what type of message you're teaching to your children. Like Jaden and Willow. I mean, Willow Smith has already said that she wants a two-way relationship with a man and a woman. You don't think they picked some of that up from their parents and their parents' sex life? You think that they didn't, get that from their parents? I mean, the little boy's dressing like a girl, the little girl's dressing like a boy. There's definitely some funny things going on in this household, for sure. Now, let's go ahead and let's talk a little bit more in depth about Will Smith and Jada. And we'll go from there. So let's take a look. Now, Will Smith. I've said this in my last Will Smith video. Once again, if you haven't had a chance to check it out, I will make sure to leave a link in the description and in my pinned comment below. But there have been rumors that Will Smith and Jada are swingers, having an open relationship. Now, another thing some people talk about is the fact that Will Smith might possibly be bisexual. I do believe in my mind, heart, body, and soul that this man screws around with both sexes. What proof do I have of that? What about this dress that he's wearing? Dancing very femininely. Now, some people might want to argue it's a kilt, but that's how they desensitize you into wearing a dress. They make you think that it's not a dress and it's something completely different, but it was designed to look like a freaking dress. I mean, look at this. The Aladdin movie he did. He's wearing full makeup, a dress, and all the extra things that goes with it. You can't tell me that this dude is not a booty boy. Come on, y'all. Come on. Now, let me also show you a video clip of him calling another man cute. This dude is, I'm telling you, this dude is definitely a swinger on both sides. A lot of people may not want to believe that about Will Smith, but look, his first ever movie role, he is caught in bed with another man, and the dude's wife walks in on him. I'm not going to show the video here, but if you go watch his movie, 6 Degrees of Separation, he's caught in the bed with another man, okay? And somewhere along the line, he probably started to discover from his sexual exploits that he likes dudes too. He's probably giving and receiving, for all I know.
On it. I'm just saying your glasses look high. You look cute. A man can't tell a man he look cute.
I'm very sensitive right now. You look cute, man. Thank you.
Right? Don't he look cute?
Yeah, he does.
What you think, Paul?
I already think he looks really handsome.
Yeah, right.
If I was still on my porn game, I'd be able to show you some good porn, because back in the day I had a little porn addiction.
Oh man, what's he really like?
Just like
Can't be as nice as the guy I just met.
Oh no, he
Got to be a
is.
dark, sinister side to Will Smith. We just
You
haven't
know
found
what?
yet.
It's not. It's not.
What made-
That's
what-
what's crazy. It's not.
What made you fall in love with him?
I would say Will came at a time in my life where he saw beauty in me that I didn't see in myself at the time. And, he saw a diamond in the rough, and he kind of picked me up and blew off all the dust and said, I'm telling you, I'm going to make you shine, girl.
Well, you certainly did, looking at that rock.
Right,
my God.
exactly. And I was going through a really rough time. And, he created a safe space for me to get healthy and to grow and to find myself.
And
that's
how do
what
you
he did
keep
for
things
me.
so... I mean, I keep reading that the pair of you have this sort of fantastic sex life after 14 years of marriage.
You have to. And I know people get so upset about it, but for me...
I don't get it. I get excited by it.
Yeah,
I mean, what I read was that wherever you go, the pair of you try and make love. Is this true?
I mean, we've made love in some interesting places.
I mean, should I be concerned about my green room?
You
right now?
should be. You should be, But the thing about it is that I feel like you have to keep spontaneity. You have to keep your partner on their toes, because once, it starts getting into a routine, it's like, it gets very boring, and you commit, you give your life to someone.
As a guy, you look at Will Smith and you think, fantastic actor, lovely guy, blokes love him, women love him, everybody loves him, and now we've got to deal with the fact he's good in bed as well.
Yeah.
This is just, it's a charge sheet. If you're being really critical, come on, really critical, given he's sneaking in the room right now, let's try and dwell on one fault.
He's a workaholic.
Is that a fault?
It can be at times, but it's not like a crushing fault. But you said one thing. I gave you one.
Do you ever have arguments? Do you ever scream at each other?
Oh, no, we don't scream at each other.
Oh, do you have rules?
We cut that in the beginning because we're both very passionate people. So we knew we wouldn't survive screaming at each other. So, but yeah, we have our arguments and we have our disagreements and we have our debates and we have our, we have our problems. I mean, it's not perfect in the sense that, we don't have any issues. It's not an easy marriage.
What is the secret?
The secret
to a successful Hollywood marriage with all the particular pressures that fly in?
Friendship. Friendship. You have to be friends. And in that have a certain understanding of what is needed. I think that with marriages, people have to understand that you have to look at your marriage and understand what is needed in your marriage. Not what people think your marriage should be, not what people want your marriage to be. But I have to look at my husband and I have to look at him and look at what he needs as an individual. He has to look at me and see what I need. And then we have to look at the union and see what the union needs. And we have to make decisions based on that, not based on what people think marriage should be.
Now, looking at that clip that we just watched, the CNN clip, it was uploaded in 2011. So this was before their fallout. This was before so-called them going their separate ways, and this was before the August Alsina thing. Even looking at this clip, you can still kind of tell that there's definitely some tension there. I'm pretty sure Jada Pinkett Smith gets sick of people interviewing her and asking her more about Will than about herself. But, she said the relationship's not perfect and, we have our problems. Maybe at this point in 2011, it wasn't as bad as it had gotten 2 years ago in 2018, 2019. So I just thought that was very interesting to point out. Now, there are also a lot of rumors that have been swirling around Will Smith having a sexual or intimate relationship with the woman here. Her name is Heidi De La Rosa. I believe she is a model and an actress. And people have been saying they've been seeing them together and that he might be flipping this chick. Now, before I close out this video, I just want to show you guys some DMs with 50 Cent and Will Smith. I'm going to show you that one first. It was so funny. And then the second one is going to be a DMs between Will Smith and Michael Blackson. Let's take a look at what 50 said to Will Smith. Okay, so this is what the DM said. So 50 Cent, he hit up Will Smith, right? And he says, "Yo, Will, you all right over there?" Will Smith says, "Yes, I'm cool. I appreciate your concern, my brother." And then 50 said, "But why did she tell you that shit on a show for everybody to see?" Will Smith said, "We broke up, so she did her and I did me." Then 50 Cent said, "Then she said only she can give permission for someone to blow her back out." And then Will Smith wrote, "F you, 50. And then 50 said, wait, what did I do?" Now, we all know that 50 Cent is a troll, so I'm not surprised that they had this exchange. But yeah, 50 over here got Will Smith feeling real mad. I mean, real mad. And Will Smith was idiot for taking the bait. He should have kept his emotions in check, and now he's being dragged all over social media. Now, let me show you guys the tweet DM conversation between Will Smith and Michael Blackson. Take a look. Okay, so now this is the DM between Will Smith and Michael Blackson. And it says, "Yo, my nigga Fresh Prince, you okay?" Will Smith says, "Yes, I'm cool. I appreciate your concern, my African Philly brother." Michael Blackson says, "Just making sure you didn't go back to drinking like you did in Hancock, LOL." Will says, "We broke up, so I did her, she did her, and I did me." Michael Blackson said, "I had a feeling you cried when you got in the house because Entanglement sounds like they did some freaky shit, my brother." Will Smith says, "What the you mean?" And Michael Blackson said, "Well, Entanglement is like a compromising and complicated position. I think he ate her ass from the front." And Will Smith says, "I'm blocking you now." I'm telling you, man. Sometimes on social media, people can get downright ruthless. So now, you know, Will Smith is basically taking a huge L. You know, he's not too happy about the situation. But I just think it's messed up how he let Jada take the hit and take the fall when he's probably done some of the same things she's done with several different men and several different women. So anyway, that's all I gotta say. I hope this was a good video for you guys, and it just helps you kind of understand this is the kind of stuff that comes with the Hollywood life, you know? So it's your boy TTP. I'll catch you guys in the next video. I love you guys, and God bless.